Hello, I'm Audio. This is my glorious channel. We're going to take Naniwa on this part, I'm pretty sure anyway. Oh my god, I forgot about all of these people. I'm gonna have to release them. I probably should have done this without record on, you know, but I forgot. And I've already lost track of how many I've released, so I'm not even gonna do it efficiently, and I'm not even gonna get the right amount of Pokeroo for it, but that's okay. That's okay. So yeah, 2 castle fights. I've got 2 pretty solid forces, so it'll work out. Choshin, keeping him, like I said, I plan on recruiting him a little later on. You're gone. Both of these guys are gone. Much as I love them, I said I'm not using them, and I meant it. And these people can go as well, so we've just got 2 of the worst units ever made in prison, so 4 Poker, that's pretty good. Give those all to Rance right now. Yep. Wouldn't give them to anybody else. Uruza's a good, you know, option for that, but still, Rance is important. Actually, in Kenshin's route, you'd give them to her, but that's a different thing. We'll talk about later on. Okay, Scout, hell yeah. You and I guess Toshi. I won't need 2 guards, so. Oh, Otonobu Yuki's here. Thank fuck. I'm so glad that he's present. He's one of the tutorial battle guys, or combatants. There we go. This doesn't look like it'll be very hard, though. Musket Girl's gonna go. That means Cass is going. Rizna will go. I will go, Kenshin will go, and Isoroku can go. Let me buff Kenshin up just a little bit here. She's a little not what I want her to be. There we go. Because Kenshin, she's on par with Rance right now. I guess that's alright. That'll be fine. Let's go. Redirect. Oh well. That's going to give my musket a clear shot at the monks, which is also good. And now that I have someone who's competent with battle strategy going out there. Thank God. Oh, and Nobuyuki's attacking cats. Cool. Makes my life even easier. Not a hard fight. A lot of the Tenshi Sect battles actually just are loaded up with peasants. I mean, shit, like, that's the bulk of their army. They have a huge troop count. You can tell on the overworld thing when it goes by the Tenshi Sect, and you can see how many troops they have. They've got a lot of them, but it's because of peasants like this. And even though I'm in 1-star difficulty, their troop sizes are fairly large, you know? Without that, I mean, in default play, the peasants have really large troop sizes, but it just doesn't matter at all. Because their stats are so bad. Their scaling is just so bad. So, it's a non-issue. But things are moving pretty smoothly. You can see it's going reasonably well, right? I'm only at war with the Tenshi Sect, and like I said, I'm going to go through Akashi, and then, you know, it'll force Takuga to spawn. They won't wait around. Oh, and in the last part, I got Whirlwind Shot as well. You can see there. It's basically Assassinate for Isoroku. It's got a higher success chance. The first time I used it, it failed. That sucks. But, what do, you know? I'll use that very consistently. Very rarely will I not use it. To pick off small units, I'll use her regular attack, and that's really it, to be honest. And now she's got to use the small attack because Whirlwind Shot takes 2 flags. So, that's how that goes. But easy fight, and the next one will go smoothly as well. Take this out, and then in the turn following, I'll wipe out the Tenshi Sect's last territory, and I'll be done with it. Won't have to worry about them at all anymore, which is fantastic. I actually would rather move her there, and I'd rather bring a key, but I'll just bring Shoji. I need another strong ranged unit to work through this. All of my hate. But yeah. Unkei, he's Unkei and I think Base the Tiger are both little monk boys like Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. That's what they remind me of because they're bald little kids, you know? Maybe that's lame for them to remind me of that, but that's what I see them as. And they're okay units. They're named for a reason. I'm pretty sure they're based on somebody from real life as well, which is weird, right? But no, they have really high construction. Unkei and Base the Tiger both have really high construction, and that's it. Like, their stats are pretty bad, and I mean, they have very low flags. They're very good to recruit for the fact that they can help you with national power, pretty much. That's all I used them for when I recruited them. But yeah, they're named and they're included in the, you know, like, I haven't gone over it in this video, but I made a standalone video for it. You can basically view all of the commanders you've cleared the game with in this huge checklist. I'll show it on my next turn, and they're included in it. They're important enough to be mentioned there, so it's worth throwing out. I mean, the more you know, I guess. But if you get your hands on one of them, I don't think they're expensive, you know. I think they're fairly cheap to maintain, so if you can get one of the little guys, you may as well, and use them pretty much exclusively for construction. That's all I did with them. But, no, she's got more attack than EQ, and EQ can remove that defensive boost. Or, you know what, maybe I'll just assassinate the fucker, honestly. I'm not dealing with that right now. These Tenchi Sect fights are a little bothersome, you know. You can tell I'm not really struggling here with it or anything, but it's it's going to be a close call here, is basically what I'm saying. It's not going real easily, just because they have so much shit that I've got to deal with. And naturally, that will survive with, you know, 1 health. That's really cool. Have her throw up the guard. Rance will take this out. Yeah. Cool job. And Urza is going to attack this guy. Still win. So, it worked out fine, I guess. But, any merit to taking out the Tenchi Sect? I think you might get more satisfaction if you take out the Tenchi Sect than if you leave them sit. I mean, obviously, you don't get Seigen or Genri. You know, you still get the national power for both of those territories if you vassalize them. So that's, you know, pretty much vassalizing them, there's no real penalty. So that's why it's a good idea to vassalize the Tenchi Sect. I mean, the penalty, I guess, is that riots continue for longer, and, you know, you've got to fight off their attacks, but they're so easy, you know? Like, it's just not hard to do. Anyway, yeah. It's really all there. Next, I'm going to talk to Isoroku. After I show you the checklist briefly, this event happens when you take one of the territories, and I think it's related to Seigen just, you know, joining the war effort, because he starts now, and he's a good unit. He's a good unit when you have him. He's a good unit when you fight him. One of the only monks in the game to be, I guess, cautious of. He's still not a scary unit. He still takes one, you know, shuriken to interrupt. And I mean, if you're fighting him on the level playing field of the last territory that I have, he goes down quick. But I mean, he's got high defense, so if you're fighting him in the castle battles, that's a huge mistake. You don't want to do that. But, you know, he doesn't die. I guess that's important too. Seigen and Genri don't die or anything. They're still core elements for the story. You still see them. They still interact with you as well, but, you know, it's on different terms. Well, I mean, I don't need to explain what's about to happen here. It's Isoroku's first scene. You know, she's new to this. Totally new to this. And I realized, actually, maybe not the best time to mention it, but I kind of have an attitude like Isoroku's in real life. I mean, I won't do anything without having a reason, pretty much. And that's kind of how she is, and that's why I don't like her. I don't know. Like, if I see something as pointless, I'm just not gonna have anything to do with it. And you know, there in the scene where I didn't really talk much in the last part, they were kind of going on about that. Rance was thinking to himself that, you know, Isoroku only usually acts when she's got a reason to, and that's true. You can see that in her character throughout the game. She only does things that she needs to do, that she's got, you know, a reason to do. Otherwise, she's totally idle. She's not... I guess, you know, I confused that for stupidity. She's not really stupid. She's just, you know... She acts rarely and when she has to. So I guess I can appreciate her more now. Is really what that is. I mean, I didn't think she was stupid. I didn't think she... You know, she's not Rizna. She's not like that. But... You know, she's... You know, I explained it. I confused her intelligence for inaction, pretty much. And I realized that some people probably do that to me in real life. So, that's how that goes. And this scene, like... I can't really even censor this because it's so awkward. Like, Rance has her in such a weird position. It's so uncomfortable and unfair for her to, you know, deal with this bullshit that Rance just is. He's just a dick. But she deals with it, and, you know, she really wants to become pregnant, but that's impossible because, you know, this is Rance we're talking about. None of the women get pregnant, and I don't know if they've gone over this, but, you know, I don't know if they go over it in True Route, but it's fairly obvious, you know, even if, I'm not going to give the direct spoiler, but something's up. I mean, he sleeps with women constantly, and none of them are pregnant. Syl isn't pregnant yet? Really? I mean, you've seen his actions by this point to know that there's something strange. He's not just plot armor in bed. Though a lot of Alisoft characters are, I suppose. But, yeah, I guess they give it away right there. The contraception magic that Rance has. So you'll find out about it even outside of Isoroku's route. Rance can't have kids. He can't do it. Still cast that spell on him, and... You know, I'm assuming that it means she's one of the only ones who can lift it as well. Maybe she's not the only one who can lift it, but she's one of the only people who know it's in place. And, you know, you'll see. You'll see what's up. No, nothing from the Tenchi sect. They're quieting down. No more of that girl stuff. The route where I take out Mori, I'll probably still skip her events because they're mostly boring. You know, except the last one, obviously I won't skip that. This is not important. Well, I mean, it's important, but it's getting skipped. I'm just going to take out the Tenchi sector. Oh, there's a lot of dialogue associated with that. I'll see you in the next part.